All right, so today I am super excited. This is a realistic TRC-458. Might look just like the last video with TRC-490 that I did, but no, this is a TRC-458, and shockingly completely unmolested on the inside other than a few golden screwdriver pot turns. This thing is completely stock. Even has a stock clarifier, which is just amazing to me. Stock modulation circuit, everything, and it works. And let me get a flashlight here. Let's see if I can do this. So if I can show you, let's see. Yeah, let's see if we can zoom in here. There we go, right here. Here is C179, the tantalum capacitor that always ends up getting swapped out because it's blown, is intact, and it is in there, which is just amazing. Yeah, so this is a completely stock TRC-458. So I just wanted to show it before I started working on it. I'm just going to recap it and align it. It definitely does need aligned. Receive sensitivity is not that great. It's okay, but it's not that great. I mean, it even has a lock clarifier. Clarifier has not been unlocked. This thing is just absolutely stock, which is just amazing to me. So yeah, so this is UPD 858 PLL in here. And this is basically the same radio as a Cobra 138 XLR or realistic TRC-449 Cobra 139 XLR. I love these PCBs. On receive, they're amazing. The compression circuit is just amazing on transmit. Yeah, these things are great. So I was super fortunate to find this. I got this for $143 on eBay, 143 bucks. So yeah, looking forward to it. So we'll get this thing recapped and aligned, and we'll come back and walk through with it and see what it looks like. So stick around. So here we are back with this realistic TRC-458, and she's all done. So we've got her completely recapped here. Here's the AC power section recapped. Whole radio's been recapped. Here's our cat pile back here. We ended up with a bad relay. After I got finished and I was aligning it, the receive sensitivity was absolutely horrible, and ended up figuring out that the relay was just bad. So I mean, it would transmit okay, but it just wasn't letting go. It was kind of just very slightly remaining latched and affecting receive sensitivity really, really bad. So got that swapped out, put a new relay in there, and now she's back to receiving decent. So we'll look at that first. So we're just on channel 19 lower sideband right now, and we'll go ahead and we're sitting at, well, let me just put this back to 1 microvolt and show you that first. All right, so here is 1 microvolt, 0.999 microvolts, and we are on the sine adder over here, and we're sitting at about 18 dB of synad at 1 microvolt. We'll just drop it straight down, save time. 122 is what you'll maintain 10 at. So she is at about 10, teetering 11 dB of synad right there at minus 122 dB. And what is that in microvolts? That's 0.178 microvolts. She's able to hold about 10 dB of synad. So pretty good ears on her. AM is probably about 112 dB. I won't bore you with that. So let's turn that off. And then we'll go, let's see, let me turn this off too. We'll look at her, put this down for a second. We'll put her into the HP 8920. And then let's see, Oh no, hold on. Let's not do that first because I'm set up with a two-tone test. Put it in the RF sampler here. Okay, so we're generating a two-tone test down there. We'll just look up here quickly at sideband linearity. All right, so, oh, man, that sucks. Just realized there's our sideband linearity. Looking pretty decent. All right, let's quickly just go to, we'll go to AM. Look at her on AM. All right, so now we're back into AM over there. And we'll look at her AM waveform. So there's our AM. She's putting about 92% according to the Boomton, 91%. All right, now we'll throw her into the 8920 here, and we'll look at her frequency. So now we're just dead keen on AM, 3.994 watts, and we'll modulate her. And there she is, 13.5 peak. And we'll look at her over here on the spectrum analyzer. Actually, let's look at her on the scope. That's what I was on. Oh yeah, there she is on the scope. All right, now we'll just look at her. Hold on. We'll look at her on the spectrum analyzer here, up here. And we'll just dead key her first. And this is, so there's our dead key, and we're set 30 kilohertz wide here, so 3 channels of spacing. And we'll key her up. And, oh, I forgot. There we go. Now we'll put some modulation into it. Yeah, so she's very, very clean. And we were able to get, let's see. Let me pull this out of here. I can do it. All right, we'll put this into here. We'll look at her on the this spectrum analyzer on the CMU 200. Okay, so for reference, this is going to be channel 19, 27.185 megahertz. This is 54 megahertz, and this is 108 megahertz. And she's modulating on AM right now, and she is just clean, clean, clean. Love it. Yeah. So yeah, she came out really nice. Just a couple of those little issues. But like I said earlier, this thing was just bone stock. And very clean. I didn't have any issues soldering and changing all the electrolytic caps. I did have one issue when I was finished. I forgot to, when I was desoldering for an electrolytic cap on the bottom of the PCB here, I had forgot to solder a pad, and she wasn't transmitting on sideband anymore. So it took me a little while to figure that out, but once I got that worked out, yeah, she's working like a champ. As far as, let's see, let's change this back. We're going to go back to a dual tone. We'll stick her over here into the IFR 1200, and we'll look and see what she's doing for power. So what do I got her set to? She's running just about, looks like 15 watts. But she looks good though. I know this one's running a little higher than I normally set them as far as sideband power, but she looks really good though as far as her waveform. And she sounds good on air. And I'm just going to leave it like that. Otherwise, that's it, man. I'm just happy I found this. I mean, I love these PCBs. I love these, the Cobra 138s, Cobra 139s. Maybe I'll find a realistic TRC-458 at some point that's in decent shape I can work with. But these things are just phenomenal. So, yeah, $143. $143 in a little bit of time, and she's going to be an outstanding base station to play with. So, all right, 73s, everybody.